Hello, my name is Simmer Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let's get going today. So today we are going to be building the Roomy Tudor. I actually found this home on Pinterest. The exterior is from a reference photo. If I can figure out how to put one in, I will do that now. And I didn't have an interior for this, but as I was building, I was like, wow, this is huge. We better get a lot of bedrooms into here and a lot of open space. And we definitely do have a lot of open space. The floor plan here, we have the primary bedroom and bathroom. Down here, we get a second bathroom down here, a formal living space, a more informal family space, a formal dining room, a informal dining room, and the kitchen. We also end up with a little sneaky staircase that goes down to a basement. I have that little hidden door in the bookcase that leads to a ladder that goes downstairs. And in the downstairs, we have a little spooky space for your Sims. And then upstairs, we get another bathroom, and I believe we get in another 3 bedrooms and an office, which could be a 4th bedroom. So in total, this is a 4-bedroom house, possibly 5-bedroom house. So it's quite spacious, a lot of room for a lot of Sims. You could, of course, have the allotted 8, but if you have cheats installed and you can have more Sims in your house, this house can definitely make a nice little comfy space for even probably 10 Sims if that's how you play. This is, of course, a Tudor style, and I have it in the Winchester world. I believe that's what it's called, the world that came with Get Together. And I tried to build this home so it was pack limited. Of course, it uses Get Together and a couple of other packs, the base game for sure. And I believe I used Blooming Rooms and probably a little bit of the Dream Home Decorator and Paranormal. If you don't have the Paranormal Stuff pack, probably not a big deal. Oh, and of course, I use the University pack in the bathrooms. I think obviously the Get Together pack is necessary for this build, but I think on the whole, it's really the only one that's like required for this build. I tried my best to keep it pack limited, but it's very hard for me to do that because I have so much fun with so many of the items. So eventually I will do that if people want that, but for now I think I'm probably going to stick with either pack limited or kind of going crazy. I haven't really done a Tudor style home in The Sims 4. I believe I built a couple Tudor style homes in The Sims 2 when I played The Sims 2, but I tried really hard to keep with that motif kind of throughout this entire downstairs. I used a lot of the get together items, especially a lot of the decor for the exterior, and I had a lot of fun doing that. I also had a lot of fun doing this build because I was able to use that octagonal roof there in the front, and I really like doing that. I feel like it's a cool feature on a lot of homes, gives some nice curb appeal and some interest on the inside. But I also got to do that sneaky little basement, and I've been trying to do that in a build for a very long time. So I am glad that worked out finally. When I put it in, it just kind of made sense. I wasn't even planning on doing it here, but I think not only does it fit really well with a Tudor style home to have a sneaky little basement moment, but it fit really well in the space so that you don't necessarily know it's there unless you know it's there, you know? Doing the exterior, I had a lot of fun because I like using those fun vines that we got with Get Together. I think it's so cute to have a home like covered in vines and ivy and make it look like it's been there a long time. And I just have fun doing that kind of stuff. So literally as I logged in to finish this build today, actually, I saw that we got an SDX drop. And I'm not 100% certain what it is. Usually I go find some YouTube videos the day of the drop and see if anyone's posted anything, especially like Little Simsy, because she always posts stuff about what's been dropped and all that. And I'm kind of excited. I think I saw a little pop-up on the main menu that said that it may have been male sim clothes, and I think that's cool because we really don't have a very wide selection of clothes for male presenting Sims, but I'm not certain, and I haven't had a chance to really like go in and check out what may have been added. So if you know what's been added, please let me know. Maybe write it down in the comments below so I can come back and check it out. I will not be able to do that for quite a bit here. I am currently, as you are watching this, either on my way home from Scotland or just getting home from Scotland. I'm not certain what time this video is going to actually get posted at this moment, but it should be one of those two. And I am so excited, but I know I'm going to end up missing The Sims. I'm going to go like 2.5 weeks without playing or watching any content. So I'm going to feel so behind when I get back. But I look forward to watching all of the YouTube content and all the YouTubers that I watch. And I look forward to seeing what's going on in the Sims community when I get back. So now that we have our floor plan upstairs, I am going to make a couple minor changes throughout this, but for the most part, it's going to stay like that. Like I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of room upstairs. We have 4 bedrooms up here and an office, and that's a lot of space for a big family. And I think that that's great, especially because I'm noticing that a lot of the families in this pack specifically are bigger than what I anticipated. Over the next couple minutes, I have to apologize. This is going to be a bit choppy as I figure out the floor plan. It did not come together easily, and it took me a lot longer than I thought it would to get something that worked well. And even as we build, you'll notice things are different from the previous time you saw maybe that area or that room altogether. I tried not to cut out a lot of big changes, but because there was so much of them, I had to cut some things. So most noticeably, this room here that I just put toddler potties in becomes the family space, and the landing at the top of the stairs upstairs becomes an entire landing rather than breaking it up into a second room that goes out to the patio that looks out over the backyard. So the color scheme for this home, at least in the main living portions of the home, are kind of whites, tans, and dark brown. I kept with that theme pretty much throughout all of the furniture, and I kept that theme through the upstairs into the landing space as well. Here we have this little trick that I have learned from watching a couple of YouTubers. I believe one of the simmers that I saw do this first was Hawkins Simmer, and I thought it was so cool to use this piece and then fill in those little spaces down at the bottom. I'm sure that's something that a lot of people do, but she was the first one to introduce me to that. I also use a couple of other little tricks in this build, especially some decoration hacks. I was looking at TikTok while I was building this home, and I built it in spurts. So that gave me a lot of time to come back and see I have empty spaces and decide whether I wanted to fill them with decoration or something like that. And I found a couple of interesting ideas for decorations on TikTok, so I went with it. One of those is actually just right in front of the back door on that little wall that covers up part of the stairs. I do something a little interesting that I found on TikTok using some cabinets actually and a shelf. So I like how it turned out, and I like that I was able to kind of do some new things in this build. So I look forward to implementing similar things in future builds. And while on the topic, I just want to say, if you are ever running low on ideas or you want to try something new in The Sims, maybe a new build, a new challenge, literally anything, go on TikTok and you will find so many different things. I explored for probably an hour and I found so many different ideas that I had never even considered before. So I am really looking forward to trying out all of those. I actually saw one that was like a built-in terrarium, and I thought it would look super cute in a more modern home. So I plan on doing a couple modern homes when I get back because that's usually what I build. And I've been in more of a traditional build kick lately. So when I get back, I'm going to get back to my little modern roots. And I think I might have to try that terrarium idea. I really am always looking for new inspirational ideas, whether that's like decorational or a whole build. I love seeing that kind of stuff, so feel free to send me anything that you find or tag me in anything. That would be awesome. And also follow me on Twitter. My handle is SimmerSky7. Super easy to find, and I post quite a bit about The Sims, I think, and about my cat. She's very cute though, so you can't really blame me. Cats are awesome. If you don't agree, please don't fight with me because I will win. We should get back to the build now before this becomes a rant on why I think cats are amazing. Also, dogs are amazing, but cats are amazing too. So let's get back to this build now because I am losing focus. So I really like that we have so much furniture that is traditional. You know what? No, let me rephrase that. While I was building this home, I was very glad that so much of our catalog is traditional furniture and more antique styles. However, when I normally build, and that's not the furniture I'm looking for, I really am annoyed that that is what takes up most of our catalog. But we have now made our way to the primary bathroom downstairs. I did something a little bit different in all of these bathrooms. First of all, I closed off the area where you would go to the bathroom. Really, the only reason I did that was because these bathrooms are humongous and I wanted to fill up some more space. And I thought that might be a cool feature to add. And then when I started, I thought, let's not stop there, let's keep going. So I decided to put the bathtub up on that platform. And then I did this like walk-in shower thing. Doing the walk-in shower was pretty simple. I just drew the wall, put down that window, and then deleted the wall. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And it's a cool little feature. However, it does require that you have University because that is the only pack that comes with the shower head that just hangs on the wall there. I guess one of the downsides is I think your Sims may get embarrassed because that shower has no walls, but I'm not 100% certain. And you also can't change where the window is located without drawing another wall. So that could be a little frustrating. But, you know, I was trying out different things and different little techniques for building. So I decided we would do that as well. I've never actually done that and I haven't played with it like that. So I hope that your Sims like it and that you like it. All right, so a couple weeks ago, I tried to train my cat to sit on my lap while I play, build, and edit, and it's worked out really well. She is very trainable. I have to admit that. She takes on new lessons very quickly. Like, she learned that she likes to play, and we figured out that scratching hurts. However, she's also learned that if she sits next to me or behind me while I record, she gets extra love. However, she has also learned that if she sits behind me and kicks my back with her back feet, I will move and she can then take over the whole chair. So she just came out from behind my bed and slowly meandered her way over to my desk and crawled under my feet a couple of times and then sat patiently next to my chair. I moved a little bit so that she could hop up because I am a sucker for her cuteness and let her jump up behind me. So now it's just a matter of time before she gets tired of me petting her and decides that she wants to kick me out of my own chair that I invited her to. I would still die on the hill that cats are amazing and I love them. However, they also have this lovely tendency of requiring all of the attention and then being mad that you have given them the attention. But you also can't tell me that that's not hilarious because this little floofy thing relies on me to survive. She needs me to open her can of food every morning and every evening. She needs me to clean out her litter box so she doesn't get poop between her fingers. Like, girl, you need me. You need me. So at least pretend like you like me so that I can feel joy feeding you every morning and we'll be okay, you know? Still on the topic of my cat, she head bonked me for the first time yesterday. I've had her for like a month and a half now, and she's not the friendliest of cats. So having her do that was like the most amazing thing that's ever happened. I am just pissed that I'm now going on vacation and I won't be with her. So when I get back, I hope we haven't lost all of our progress, or that if we have lost some of it, we can get it back quite quickly. So here in the build, we are into the primary bedroom. Again, we're keeping with those creams, those light browns, those dark browns, all that good stuff for our color scheme. I don't think I've really used that specific color scheme in many builds. I usually like to throw in a pop of color, a bright blue, a yellow, something like that to kind of mix it up. But to me, this home really felt like it wanted more natural colors throughout the build and more normalcy and consistency. I don't know what's going on with this little accent table, but I took screenshots of it because it was bugging out. I'm not totally certain how to let the Sims team know if they don't know already that it's doing that. If someone does know, feel free to let me know in the comments below so that I can let them know, or that somebody can let them know that that table is bugged. So doing this wall here with our little sneaky bookcase door, I have the stairs behind this wall that we are decorating, and I love how we were able to get in the sneaky staircase and little hidden basement area. Okay, I'm going to leave you here really quickly, and Future Sky will be back. If Future Sky talks slower or, seems all over the place, don't worry about her. She's fine. She's living her best life. Just go with it. A certain time of day is rolling around, and I must go partake in certain activities to celebrate this time of day. So I would recommend at this point maybe going to the bathroom, grabbing a little snacky snack, maybe a drink, and sit back down, and let's get back to it when Future Sky is back and ready to go. And we're back again. So as I was finishing partaking in the lovely daily activity at the designated time, I got a notification that my first leg of the flight to DC has been canceled. It's supposed to leave in 6 hours, and now I'm trying to find a replacement flight. This is great. This is super great. Love this for me. Please hold while I wait on hold with the airline company. Thanks. Okay, only 40 minutes later, and it is sort of resolved. Apparently, there is weather issues. Sure, American Airlines, sure there is. So now I am leaving a day later. I guess it's better than not being able to get there at all, so I won't complain too much. But really, 6 hours? 6 hours before my plane's supposed to leave. You're like, just kidding. It's not going to leave. I just find that very insulting. Also, I feel like this is a good time to talk about how we need this bullet train across the United States. The United States really doesn't have a very good train system. We have what was built basically, 40, 50, 60, 70, I don't know, however long years ago. And it really hasn't been updated or extended really to the western part of the country. So first of all, California is saying that we want to build a train from the northern part of California to the southern part of California. It would probably go from like Sacramento down to San Diego. And I think we really need one from like SF or LA to New York or DC or something like that, something that gets you to a hub cross country, or like Atlanta. I may not know the science of trains, but I feel like railroad tracks are affected less than airplanes would be to weather. Also, wouldn't trains be on better schedule, like more consistently on schedule? Because like planes have the weather issues and like wind and stuff, and all of those things can really slow down an airplane. But I feel like a train would be more immune to those kinds of issues. Okay, before I continue to rant about my incident with my flight, let's really quick talk about what I did here. So this is one of the tricks I found on TikTok. I'm going to talk really fast because I don't know how long I have. I just took one of the super simple base game floor to ceiling upper cabinet and two of the regular size cabinets and then sized up a shelf. Again, this is something I found on TikTok. I can't remember whose idea it was or whose video I saw, but I believe I just looked up Sims 4 decoration ideas, and that was one of the several that I found while scrolling through. Here again, I hate cabinets. They drive me nuts for some reason. They never want to go where I want them to go, and that's probably because I'm using them wrong and it's probably user error, but you know what? I'm still mad about it. You know what else I'm mad about? I'm mad about the fact that this flight's been canceled. I am not going to be over this until I am sitting in DC with my bestie, drinking some alcohol, and bitching about life, okay? I deserve this. I have earned this. I have spent lots of hours, lots of months studying for this stupid California bar and getting this stupid law degree. I deserve to be able to hang out with my best friend and drink some fun drinks and have a good time. But no, American Airlines just wants to screw me and put me on a later flight because they're like, let's delay this even more. Ha! It's fine, everything's fine. I'm just gonna take a few deep breaths and I'll come back. The deep breaths didn't help. So maybe talking about the room we just did will. So you just saw me do the little seance room. Screw you, American Airlines, for screwing up my timing on my voiceover. We didn't get to talk about my little sneaky basement. So I didn't know really what to put in there. I don't know why. I've been wanting to do a sneaky basement, but I decided we're going to throw the seance table from paranormal stuff in there. If you don't have paranormal stuff, you can do something different for sure. If you have vampires, maybe you can throw a little coffin down there, something like that. I don't know. Maybe you can make it a really cool place to have a party. Throw a DJ booth down there and a little dance floor so your Sims can throw a little party and just you know, maybe that's cool. Maybe that's more your vibes. But I wanted to do something spooky because it's a Tudor home, and for some reason I associate Tudor homes and old homes like this with a little spook factor. So maybe I will be creating a ghost hunter sim and putting them in this home and having them go down there and do some seances. That sounds like a good time to me. So here we are. We're going to do the bathroom upstairs. Going to do our little platform feature. Again, I am very good at consistency in my bathrooms in homes. I will not deviate from the design plan no matter what. We'll keep it the same every single time. However, this time I really wasn't feeling the little walk-in shower moment. I decided we would throw this shower in here. You could certainly do that on the other bathrooms. Just delete the little walk-in shower and replace it with the shower I placed in this bathroom. I wanted to keep it kind of zen, give it like a little ambiance. So of course I add the plants and the candles. And I really like this light from the Get Together pack. It kind of feels spa-ish to me. I don't have the spa day pack that would have made these bathrooms, but it's okay. Make do with what I've got. So that's the bathroom there. I think it's very cute. And now we're going to be moving into this little landing space upstairs. I really didn't know what to do with this space. I thought maybe I would do a library, but I got lots of bookshelves downstairs, and we have that office, and that office has a bookshelf, my goodness. So I decided instead that we would maybe try to throw in some objects I've never used from this pack, like the llama game that I don't know what it's called. It looks like it would be Jenga. I don't know if Jenga is a universal game, but Jenga is essentially you have a bunch of blocks that are the same size and you stack them in perpendicular style. I don't know what it's called, but 3x3 all the way up, and you pull out pieces until the thing falls, and if it falls when you pull out a piece, you lose. Haha, sucker. Ooh, wait a minute. Isn't the game called Don't Wake the Llama? Okay, I think there is actually a game that's like that, where your goal is not to wake somebody up. I don't know. I don't play a whole lot of board games anymore. I wish I played more board games, but I have no life right now, really. So maybe eventually I'll get back into it. But I put that in there and the little dartboard. Honestly, I haven't even seen the gameplay for either of those items. Obviously, Get Together has been out a really long time, but I've only had it for a couple of months now, and I haven't been doing a whole lot of gameplay because I've been feeling very inspired to build. So eventually I will go back and see those. I would have gone through and played them while I play tested this house, but there really isn't any spaces that I would have to play test. So I did not do that this time. Speaking of actually playing this game, though, I am considering doing the 100 Baby Challenge. I have never considered it before. I honestly never thought I would do it because it seems like a lot of work, a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, a lot of children, and taking care of babies and toddlers is one of my least favorite parts of The Sims. But I also think it may be funny because that is my least favorite part of the game. The stress might be an added little bonus, you know? And really that is the whole point of the 100 Baby Challenge, right? Is to cause you a lot of stress and to force you to do the worst part of the game, which is raising hellions. And it would probably function as very good birth control because while I would never have 100 children, I don't even want one. So it's just reinforcing the idea that children are my nightmare and will not ever be doing that. So I think I might be doing the 100 baby challenge if that's something you would want to watch and you want to watch me put myself through hell and just give myself all of the stress. Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have done it or if you've considered doing the challenge, please let me know. Any tips and tricks would be much appreciated because I'll have to emotionally prepare myself to put myself through what will probably end up being a couple years of just trauma. Maybe I will get the high school years pack and then do that because then I can take my Sims to high school and I don't have to deal with the toddlers while I'm at high school with them, right? So we are just going to do this little patio space out here. I wasn't totally certain how I wanted to utilize this space, but I figured a couple places to sit is always a good thing. Maybe a couple of chairs on a table and some recliners. Can never go wrong with that. I also really struggled with doing the decorations up here. I found that by this point I'd used a lot of the best artwork and wall decor, so I was struggling to find things that would fit with the style and also look good in the space. But here we are working on what I imagine would be like a teen's room, have some nice beige accents and things. I end up getting a little phonograph and one of the cow plant decorations from Paranormal Stuff. I thought that looked really cute. I really like that table, and the motif in here was flowers. So we have those two flowers on the wall behind the bed, and then we have the rug, and now this table. So I feel like that was really cute, and of course you gotta throw a plant in. You can never go wrong with a plant. I will say I ended up picking a different wall color than I expected to pick. So as I was doing this bedroom, I obviously was putting in all those beiges, those light browns, the flowers, and I couldn't pick a wallpaper that really accentuated those things and added to it. But then I found this wallpaper in the brown swatch, and I liked the flowers on the wallpaper, but the green looked better than the brown did. So I said, you know what? We'll switch it up. We'll do a little cute green wall moment, and I actually like how it turned out. It's not the same color or style, but it works. As for this room here, I really struggled with what colors I wanted to do. Of course, we were going to keep with the browns, those light natural tones, but I didn't know if I wanted to have a different color in here, maybe bring a pop of color, a little pink, a little blue, something like that. But nothing really seemed to fit. And I really couldn't find a rug that I liked in this space and that felt like a kid's rug. So it kind of threw me doing this room, and I end up bailing on rugs altogether because I really felt like the rug was what was throwing it off, and I couldn't find a rug that fit the space better. So instead, we do a little build trick and replace the flooring, the wood flooring, with a carpet. It's not something I love doing, mostly because I don't love the textures in the carpets, but also because the rugs are just more fun. So it really has to come to a point where I cannot accept anything else other than a carpet in the room. So I don't mind how this looks actually. I feel like the plain carpet looks better than any of those rugs did, but the room ends up kind of boring overall because I don't put much on the walls. But that's all right. I still like how it turned out. It's simple. You have a lot of room to make it more personal, and most of the rooms really aren't super personalized anyway, so I decided to leave it a little more plain. Moving finally to the exterior of this home, to our little back living space. I knew I wanted to use that little pavilion thing from the pack and this umbrella. I also have been seeing this little lattice thing as I build other homes, so I decided to throw that in here. I wanted to do the fire pit, but it didn't really fit the aesthetic of the build, and it didn't really fit in the space that I would have wanted it to go. So we're just going to start here with a little bit of landscaping on the walls. I really like starting with one point in a backyard and kind of building from there. So when I decided that I wanted this trellis to go here and kind of divide the backyard space in the home from the side yard space in the pool, I decided we would start there and build back towards the house and then build out away from the house. So we're gonna have a cute little like seating area underneath that umbrella space and a little walkway out to the pavilion and the pool. I also get a couple other little decoration pieces. We get that little sundial in the corner there and the flat wheelbarrow plant decor item thing that both came with this pack. So over here, I've given us a little seating area for right by the pool. Got to throw in the lighting, of course. I always think about like what spaces would you want to be lit up if you were in this backyard. I did not get a chance to go back and see the house at night before I posted it to the gallery, so I hope it looks good. I really wanted to use these tiles in the pool. I think it's cool when you put actual tiles in the pool on the sides and on the bottom, but it didn't look right. And I usually like having a more blue tone to the tiles in my pool, and it just didn't give me the right vibes. So after doing some of the landscaping, we are going to go back and get rid of that. But I really like how the pool does end up turning out. It turns out super simple. We're just going to throw some blue tiles on the sides and on the bottom. We're going to throw a light here at the base and just a couple of little candle lights. And I feel like it's very sweet, super simple, but also inviting. And quick little moment for the attention to detail. I'm using the same flooring here around the pool that is on the deck upstairs on that patio space. Moving now to the terrain paint. I really like using terrain paint in backyards instead of floor tiles. They just seem more malleable to me, and you can get them in places that floor tiles really can't go, and you can shape them the way you want to. So here we're just going to get a little pathway to our chairs and table, and then over to our pool area. And then we're going to fill in the spaces here at the fence line and get some final little touches in with the terrain paint, and we're going to be done. So I think at this point I am going to leave you. I put out new videos on Mondays and Thursdays, so be sure to come back and check out what I've got in store for you over the next few weeks. Hopefully my plane does end up taking off on time and as planned tomorrow. Thank you again to all you wonderful, wonderful people who came to watch my video today. I'm sending you good vibes and happy simming. You know, you should definitely like and subscribe. I'm just saying.